And it's something that DOA players have put up with, and just kind of, it's been fine for whatever for that.
Why do you think it should be banned, though? Why do you think it is in such a way it changes the game to a point where you're not playing DOA, or what is it?
Obviously, you're still playing DOA, but in that situation, you have to be so much more careful of low hits that normally aren't a threat.
Right.
Like normally, if I'm fighting against Kokoro on any stage that doesn't have that slippery surface, I don't care if she hits me with 2 free plus kick, because on counter hit, not only is it not going to stun me, but I can sidestep the next hit. But on the into the air stage or any stage with a slippery surface, if it hits me on a normal hit, I'm stunned.
Right.
Which means this low, that's extremely difficult to see and react to.
Well, you're either going to slow escape or you're going to counter their next move, right? Like, what are your options? Well,
I mean, you're basically put in a stun. So, yeah, you have to slow escape or counter. You can't block because you're in a stun. And it makes it so much more difficult to play whatever game you're trying to play, because now you have this new worry of, uh-oh, if she does 2 free plus K, I'm in a stun, I'm in trouble.
Right.
Whereas if you're playing on any other stage, it's just like, whatever, do 2 free plus K. I'll just sidestep and punish you.
Right.
So there's definitely been talk of having it banned, and I can understand the reasoning behind the people that want it banned.
Right.
The question is, will the community get behind such a ban, or will we just say, hey, let's let it rock?
Well, are you behind that?
I can go either way. I'm okay with having it still in the game,
right?
And I'm also okay with banning it. Like,
I prefer it in stages like the one with the big snake and the flamingos.
The primal stage.
Right. There is a river.
Right.
I like that because it's more, like
very small section.
Would be really cool, I think, is a map that has almost like a moat
around it. Okay.
Right, a moat around it, and
it's expanding that vocabulary.
Yeah, it sounded weird for whatever reason to say moat.
Whatever reason, you might want to work in that dictionary.com gamer score.
Hey, they have
now, so we have chosen one against Shades. Oh, I'm sorry, we are back to winners bracket. This is winners finals.
Lopedo versus Rabies.
Yes, Lopedo versus Empire Rabies. And you know what? This is an interesting matchup right here, because we've got 2 top tier characters. 2 relatively easy mode characters.
Right.
No offense to Janley or Elliot players, but at this stage in the knowledge of the game, a Janley player can rely almost exclusively on Dragon Gunner, and an Elliot player can rely almost exclusively on his parries.
Right.
So, for all intents and purposes, there we saw it there, and that parry, essentially won him the match, or won him the round rather.
Right.
So this should be an interesting match, because both of these players lack experience with DOA5. Both these players are not necessarily taking full advantage of their characters' DOA5 abilities, but they both have broken tools.
Right.
They're both top tier, and they both want the win.
Right.
Right now, they're both guaranteed a CE copy of the game. Okay, because this is the winners bracket finals. The worst they can do right now is get 3rd place. So they're in the money. They're going to get the CE copy of the game. This is about bragging rights.
That's true.
Is
Lopedo's character mainly Janley? Is that?
He's been using Janley for this tournament. He's always been known as kind of a random select character, but I guess when the money's on the line, he's like, hold on, I got to pick a real character.
If there's anybody that was the most interesting to meet, I would kind of give the credit to Lopedo, because he's like one of those kind of like trash talkers on forums and stuff. But when you meet him in person, he's actually a really nice guy. He's fun to talk to, but he doesn't BS you either. He admits to everything he's done. He has no problem saying, like, he came up to me and said, oh, yeah, I trash talk you all the time. And I'm like, who are you?
He's the straightforward troll.
Exactly. Exactly. And I appreciate that.
There's honor in straightforwardness.
I think so, too.
So, but getting back to the match here on the Sakura stage, we're not seeing... I want Lopedo, after this match, win or lose, I want him to go over to win the casual station, and I want him to use Dragon Gunner 6 times in a row for him. Because we're not seeing Dragon Gunner nearly as much as we should. He's using all the unsafe stuff. He's playing Dead or Alive for Janley. And it's got him this far, so I guess I can't say he's doing it wrong. But I really think he'd be having a much easier time with this match if he was using Dragon Gunner more.
Right. It's extremely rare to see them utilize the DOA5 mechanics, I think, because they're so unsure of it. I'm not surprised that they're just sticking to what's comfortable to them. But Elliot is just unbelievable.
He's just too damn strong.
Oh my god.
Shoutouts to No Bass being in top 8.
By the way, guys, if you just heard that dorky lameness that just came out of Dr. Dog's mouth.
Wow, dorky lameness.
That would be Bass's
wow, and Jaxel picks up the mic. Jaxel picks up the mic as soon as he heard dorky lameness.
I know, because he's going to come at me going, you're the one to talk about dorkness, cat? Seriously? Like, I'm talking about how I like Hayate.
I'm going to say which dorky lameness. Everything that comes out of his mouth is dorky lameness.
Jaxel's my friend. So moving back to the match because
so I could say I have a black friend now.
Yes, you have just one, just the one.
Oh my god.
Which is pretty sad because you live in New York. It's like I got the one. Like Malice isn't your friend. Malice trying to gank you right now.
Oh my god. Anyway, so here we go. Janly is up 1-0. Elliot, you know, Janly is so strong that he seems to be figuring it out. I think this stage favors Janly. I just want to say that.
You know, honestly, the close proximity of the walls does allow Janly to kind of take advantage of that because he has.
When your back's up against the wall, it's just scary.
And there's that 9-frame palm as we see. Janly has a 10-frame jab and he's just like, oh, what do I do? Nice counter though. That is a guaranteed follow-up to that counter.
There's your Dragon Gunner.
Into the wall. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite a clean hit into the wall, which doesn't give him a guaranteed follow-up.
Right.
Oh, now see, that was unsafe, but he went for an attack instead of a throw punish, and that got him parried.
Oh, but if he throw punish, he would have gotten a lot of damage.
He would have gotten a high counter throw.
Right.
It's very important to know what your frame that is, to know what's safe and what's not safe. And, you know, in this situation, obviously, you know, we're at pre-release, so we can't expect people to know the frame data.
Right, but that's when strategy guys come in handy, because they'll have all that information for you just, like, at the tip of your
I heard it will have color-coded frame data. That's what I heard, you know. I may have heard it on this very stream.
I think according to what I just said to you earlier, too, I said if you mention it one more time, I mentioned it one more time.
Yeah,
so
you mentioned it, so I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I'll figure that one out. All right, getting back to this match, Janly's coming back. All he needs is one. Very nice prediction on the low. Lopedo is getting into it. He's excited. I like seeing this energy from him.
You know, what's interesting here, the crowd has quieted down.
Yeah.
We've got Chosen One not supporting his boy Rabies. He's not hyping up the crowd. You know, now Rabies gets up. Rabies hyping the crowd. Chosen One's still lost at words. You know, Chosen One just acting like he doesn't know what's going on. He's too much in the zone. Chosen One is channeling the inner Brad Wong. He's confused, almost as though he's drunk.
Oh man.
But yeah, Chosen One is you know, he's being quiet right now. He's not next to his boy. Now he's coming over after we called him out. Now he's gonna give his boy his props, you know, or he's just coming toward the chicken we have here because he is black and we are in Philly.
Those are really good chicken wings.
You
Don't
know?
touch my chicken wings.
Wow, I wasn't touching your chicken wings.
It's my papa, kitty.
I mean, I wasn't touching your chicken wings.
Okay, so the players, I don't think there's any character change.
No. Kat, are you a fighter?
Who's a fighter?
Are you a fighter?
Oh, I am.
You are a fighter, okay.
Yeah, I got the necklace to prove it.
Okay, because I don't. Oh, and Rabies switches
Proof is
to
in the plastic.
La Mariposa. So we now have, this is interesting.
Yeah?
Elliot is top tier.
Okay.
La Mariposa is bottom
Oh,
tier.
we did have a character change. Okay, I was just mentioning this earlier. I was curious.
Oh, and now I want to point out that missed combo right there that we saw after the little butt bump into the limbo stun. I was talking to Rabies last night. I told Rabies what combo to do. Rabies said, no, I'm going to do the up kicks because I know better than you are, Mr. Strategy Guide Author. And what just happened there? The up kicks whiffed.
Well, not only that, did you see he kind of just like, Chosen One was trying to tell him what's up, and he just kind of went like, no, I got this.
Exactly,
I got this.
exactly. Apparently he has got this because he's losing. So, you know. But no, you know. But, you know.
Okay, the crowd thought that was pretty low blow of you.
Well, you know, that's why you don't blow off your friends.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
yep, because these Chosen One's giving them the
That's what you
advice.
do to your friends if you're friends.
You know, whatever. I don't know what kind of blowing off you're talking about here, but, you know, that's a different kind of friendship, Kat, okay?
All right, we have casted too long or something's going on with the...
It's all about that casting chemistry.
Have you already kind of, like, started the party early since you were
you
out
know
of the
what?
tournament?
I'm already celebrating. I'm like, hey, what's up? Anyway.
Janly
So
is doing well.
Lopedo
No
clean
surprise.
sweep there.
Yeah,
Now,
no surprise.
was it because of the character change? Was it because he lacked the confidence in Elliot? Or
We've seen that. And you know what? I would like to
He's
say that
changing
almost
characters again.
100% of people that have changed characters now have lost.
you know what? We need some get your tournament stats in here.
Right.
Glenn's not here, so we're just going to say that, you know what? Let's call your parents because they probably know better than you would.
Well, that, you know, Rabies is kind of, he has that headphone strategy thing too I was talking about earlier where...
Apparently that's not working for me.
No, that's what I was thinking too, is that, you know, maybe he needs to hear what Chosen One is telling him. Because sometimes it helps to have a third eye.
You know, he definitely needs to listen to Jesus right now because
Sometimes,
Black Jesus is telling him what's up.
I've noticed something with people who use headphones. Sometimes when a song ends and a new song
Yes!
comes in, they lose their concentration.
Yes! Exactly.
Because the new song
you
doesn't
have to have the
same
perfect
feeling.
playlist. You have to, like, and that's hard to do.
And right now, Lopedo is going to town. You know, he switched back to Elliot, which clearly means that his Lamar poster pick was not a good choice.
Nope.
He didn't have confidence in Elliot. He switched to Lisa. He clearly didn't have confidence in Lisa.
Oh my God! Did he just beat him out on the wake up there?
You know, Elliot's top tier. Elliot top tier.
He just beat him out on the wake up there. That was double confirmed.
You know what? You know what? Honey Badger don't care about your wake up kick. Elliot don't care about your wake up kick.
Well, Elliot is doing really well now. I think he made a huge mistake by switching from Elliot in that last game.
Absolutely.
He could have been up a game here.
He went from top tier to bottom tier.
Yes,
you
exactly.
don't do that. You just don't do that.
No, you don't lose confidence in your character. You gotta believe.
I believe I can fly.
What is it?
You gotta believe.
I got the beaver thing. It's bird.
Okay, so remember when we talked about multitasking earlier? Yeah, just don't try.
Yeah.
So here we are at 1 round apiece. There's that 3 plus kick. You know, no punishment there. That move is like -4 billion.
Belieber. Sorry.
Wow.
Wow. If you're a believer, you're a Justin Bieber believer.
I don't know if these
Everyone's gonna hate me. I know.
Is that a glass of wine over there? Because I think something's getting to you here. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I just lost a lot of fans there.
Yeah.
Either way.
Wow. So getting back to the match, which is clearly far more important than anything Kat has to say.
Yes.
As we can see, like he's playing. They are playing Dead or Alive 4. They're like, I'm gonna stun you. I'm gonna counter you. I'm gonna stun you. I'm gonna counter you.
Yep.
And you know what? I want to go ahead and quote DJ Wheat. Counter from the CGS days. But no, I'm sorry. It was Fatality that said that, not DJ Wheat. My apologies.
Okay. Fatality was pretty well versed in the fighting game terms. So yeah, he was really good.
So here we are here. Now, there's a Dragon Gunner. See, I don't want him to use the 66K after the Dragon Gunner. I want him to go for the stun into maximum damage, possibly into a critical burst combo. We're not seeing that. He's playing Dead Alive 4 gently, and it's going to hurt him.
Well, so Rabies is playing Elliot DOA5 too, though. I'm not seeing.
But no, he's not, because right there he's like, I got this parry, and I got guaranteed follow-ups. Even though he's not going for the guaranteed follow-ups for some reason. I don't know what's down there, but great match. Good job, Elliot. I agree.
What do you think of the dubbing in this game?
I like Helena's accent.
Yeah.
I actually like Elliot's voice because he sounds like, well, I'm not going to talk about what he sounds like. Equal opportunity people. But, you know, I like some of it. I don't like Janley's English voice. I don't like Hayabusa's English voice. I don't like Hayate's English voice. I like Bass's English voice. I like Bass. I like Tina. Everyone with the accent. Bass, Tina, Helena. You know, I like all their English actors. Nice low throw to avoid the dragon kick there. See, there's the punishment I've been looking for. You have to punish Elliot every single chance it gives you. Right there. That was another punishment. It would have been a high counter punishment as well.
He's parrying.
You have to be careful of that parry. You have to always be aware that that parry is there.
He have to be ready. Grab him more to
Exactly. When Elliot is no longer on the offensive, when he does an attack that leaves him either unsafe or at disadvantage, you have to follow with a throw or a low.
Right.
You cannot use a higher mid in that situation.
Well, he's got him up against the wall here, and that never helps. It always seems the character up against the wall has, you know, it's just so much pressure. You don't have much room to move around and get comfortable.
And now, what's interesting there is Lopedo got the counter, went for the easy damage instead of the max damage. If he'd gone for max damage, he would have won already. Still ends up squeaking out the round. He could have lost though.
That was really just 50-50. That was a flip of a coin there.
Exactly. And see, there again, you need to block. If you take a couple of throws, take them. You have to block against Elliot, and then you have to take every opportunity you can. When it's your turn to attack, use either a low attack or a throw.
But how do you know it's unsafe with Elliot?
Right there, that was unsafe.
Yeah, but you're writing the strategy guide. I mean, these guys have barely had any time to adapt to what's unsafe about Elliot, and the last thing you want to do is assume it's unsafe, try to grab, and get punished for that.
I can understand where you're coming from, Kat, but at the same time, Lopedo is known he's going to be in top 8 for a day and a half right now.
Whoa.
Okay? He had plenty of time. Now, what happened there was the raft broke apart and caused a stun.
But that was weird tracking. That kind of like went through. You didn't see that?
I was not really paying attention. Okay. I'm watching, but I'm not really watching.
Oh. Yeah,
I'm too busy multitasking.
I hear you're good at that.
I am.
This sounds like Soul Calibur music.
Okay.
right.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. I don't
A little bit about the music, actually, an interesting fact. Chosen One, the guy cheering on Rabies here, he has his own rap song in DOA5.
That is true. You guys are going to hear it in a special mode of DOA5. We cannot reveal that mode yet, but you can hear it in the story mode trailer.
Called Showdown?
Yes, and it is the first and last song in the story mode trailer. So, like, it plays
quite an accomplishment. Coming, like, he's a gamer, like DOA player. So, you know, I learned about his musical endeavors, but I had no idea that he's like getting into the game itself.
Well, Rabies just got taken down by Lopedo, and it's really interesting here because it was top 2 character against top 2 character, and it was DOA4 character.
Yeah,
like.
Well,
they have
a lot of respect for each other. Obviously, they shook hands, hugged there at the end. There wasn't a lot of trash talking, not a big hype